you're better off elsewhere tonight. Grab your pitchforks and start your fire. Grab your loved ones and run for your lives. There's a witch among us and she must be found before she burns this whole place to the ground. Away, just stay out of the woods, 'cause she's up to no good unless you're prepared for a fight. 'Cause the witch has the power and is witching out, so you're better off elsewhere tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Off the Grill podcast. Another week, another episode, and let's go! Hope you guys have been well. I've been, well, let's see what's going on out in the chat there. After a week, a down week, missing some key folks. A little weird, a little upset by it. But it's okay. We got old Dan Shine in the chat here. What's up, Danny boy? Big T. Oh, Billy Bean, my sweetheart. There we Ben Grimm. How did this get in here? Jamie's here. Hello, hello. Dan, we'll get to it. We'll do it. I don't know. Might have to have some fun on the old Patreon with that one. I ain't worried about my channel, but I need the real scoop, so. Yeah, I don't know. So, full disclosure, got real high in those last couple aways in the song. So we'll see if it's too much. It feels like it might be. Not so much that I don't know what to do, but just that I forget as soon as I know. It's a different problem. But Dan has a question. So we'll get to the question. We'll do the question first for you. It says, are you going to see Cocaine Bear? That's how Dan talks in my head. I am going to see Cocaine Bear as far as I know, with some people from work. I don't work with them. Well, I kind of do. I don't know. It's whatever. But yeah, we're going potentially, hopefully, last I knew. That was the plan that I threw out there. I don't know. I've kind of been roped into going out places with these people. Like they need friends or some shit. I'm the best I can find. But But I'll be going, hopefully, Friday night after work. There's a higher end restaurant in a town on the way to the theater that they want to try. Sounds good to me. I'm always up for that fucking fancy bullshit. It's fun to see. Like, sometimes like the ideas get fucking wacky. I look like fucking, what was it, that fucking cartoon? Was it Dr. Katz? It's driving me fucking crazy. What is it doing there? I wish I knew. Oh, boy. Y'all got to buy more t-shirts so I can get me a lighting boy or girl. Doesn't matter. I'll hire whoever's best for the job. But yeah, generally, if you go to a fine dining place, there might be that wacky fucking, tiny little servings of whatever the fuck, but almost always it's going to be high class ingredients, as fresh as fucking humanly possible generally. And that's always the most important part anyway. All right, this is pretentious and, fucking some jerk off just wanted to have a nice Instagram picture, but so just like the wedding I went to, the fucking little 6-ounce fillet, 6-ounce tops. 6 might be generous, maybe not. To this day, the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. Sorry, Billy. I fucking almost cried at that wedding, and it had nothing to do with the ceremony. So I'm always down for shit like that. It's just in something that's fine dining like that, I think there's a much higher chance of success than to go into some fucking micro pub horse shit that's attached to a brew. The passion is beer, so they're always just fucking drunk. Hey, let's put Brussels sprouts. Hey, hipsters love Brussels sprouts, right? Let's use them on nachos. And then 6 shreds of cheese. Fucking awful. Just the idea of Brussels sprout nachos for me. I like Brussels sprouts. I know a lot of people don't. I get it. You roast those fuckers, they're delicious. The idea of just throwing some cheese, maybe some fucking pico, whatever the fuck, over the top. Sounds amazing. They do this shit with potatoes a lot. You fucking with the glass, you smash the potatoes down so they have all the edges and shit. So you get, more surface area, for more crunchy bits and pieces and shit like that. There's really no reason you couldn't more or less do the same thing with the Brussels sprout. And then they're flat, so they're basically chips. It's perfect. Holy shit! That was fucking second one, the image that popped into my head the first time I heard Brussels sprout nachos. And I feel like I've bitched about this before, but maybe not. It does drive me nuts, though, so it bears a second bitching. Big T, question noted. We'll get there. Oh, Lord. Anyway, Billy says, I want to go see it, but I can't leave my corner unattended or some hoe will take it. Dan says, check those hoes. Big T says, I'm doing a double feature. I'm seeing Cocaine Bear in that new Batista movie. I want to see that too. Holy shit, man. And Ben says, in the movie that basically predicted the Ohio train thing, White Noise, that came to Netflix last year. That Ohio train shit's fucking nuts, man. I ain't got some big fucking speech about it, but man, it's awfully fucked up. Something like that isn't the only thing we're paying attention to right now. All these Chinese balloons or these UFOs or whatever dumb fucking shit. No, Biden went to Ukraine. And it is so hard not to say the Ukraine. When did that change? I'm curious. Was it just when fucking Putin's bad, so we gotta Change the Ukraine to just Ukraine. Pretend like we don't think it's just a bunch of fucking savages in the fucking Eastern Europe. There's like the Ukraine, the Congo, the fucking, like just this, it's an area. Ooh. Don't get attacked by the things in the area. Is that what kids call it today? We call it a threesome, but I like that slang. The whole Ohio thing is crazy. I feel so bad for those people. Philly says Brussels sprouts turn your homo roadblocker green. And Big T says, yeah, now they're trying to cover it up with UFOs. And I don't know anything about the dinosaurs. That's interesting. Maybe. Dan says, those people are screwed. I hope they can sue everyone responsible into oblivion. Yeah, before they melt into the ground. I hope at least they get the first payment, like fucking they can, hey, let's take the family to McDonald's and celebrate. We won the case. Susie, scoop up your brother. Yeah, I know he slipped onto the floor. I know it's the second time. We won the case. We won. The world is good. Shame I saw Instagram or somewhere. Yeah, it was like because the star of the show is not doing shit anymore. So like she, thanks for talking about this. The only thing I'm known for. Oh dear. Which I guess is sweet, but it can also come off sad a lot of times. But they compare the fucking the folks in that Ohio town. What is it, like East Palestine or some shit? They compared it to the secret world of Alex Mack, which maybe that's just fucking mostly lost on everyone. I don't know. The only reason it was really funny because I got the name of the show sounds familiar, and I feel like I was always like, oh, we gotta watch this, and then I never did. But fucking the intro, like, it sets you up perfect. If I was any kind of fucking professional, I would have had that set up, but what are you gonna do? Dan says those pieces of trash are trying to pay them off with $1,000. Yeah, the fucking the company who's more or less almost completely responsible for this fucking horse shit is like, oh, here's $1 million for everyone. No, not each. You split it up now, okay? Be fair. Big T says, see the guy's arm burnt to a crisp because of the rain. Oh my God. See, that's why Return of the Living Dead ain't that good of a movie. You just melt. You don't turn into a zombie. It's ridiculous. Stupid movie. Big T says, I guess the deal with the dinosaur thing was it was a news story in China. Oh, there's always bullshit in China. And they immediately retracted, but they said that they found a new unearthed portion of China with dinosaurs. I read that wrong at first. I'm stupid. That's why I fucking, don't worry about me. Just let me say what I want. I don't know better. Dan says, watch the video of the creek changing color. Dan, if you can tweet me that link, I'd appreciate it. You want me to watch a video? You're going to produce it. Orky says, stop. Sup, Steaky? Hope you're having a good evening. I am. I hope you are as well. Ben says, I remember Alex Mack. She turned into Silver Muck. Yeah, exactly. Billy says, our government protects these companies that destroy cities and threaten the families all the time. Future babies with birth defects, teenagers needing dentures, 45-year-olds with major cancers. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Like, we're fucked. It's not much better anywhere else, although it is better. In that regard, I think we're one of the fucking worst countries on the planet from a we'll fucking sell you the people out to the corporations, you know. Like, I feel like every country is complicit to a degree, but I kind of feel like, hey, America started it, you know, so everyone else is just trying to catch up. I hope he's not really trying to fucking do my job for me, Dan. Please don't do that. Billy says, saw the river video. They stir the water and it looks like an oil spill with the rainbow colors. And it will for the rest of time. It's going to kick up rainbow colored dust when it dries out. It's a big weekend, right? I guess the old road to WrestleMania is fucking heating up. The Elimination Chamber Saturday night. I tuned into most of it. Had to go into work unexpectedly. That may or may not be a fun story on the second half of this, but yeah. So whatever. Had to go in Saturday night. No big deal. Worked by myself, nice and easy. Guys like me, I like the guys. We get along fine. Beautiful. So whatever. I had time after, like, you know, they all kind of like, they get their meds and they just go, I don't care to be around anyone else. So they all go to their rooms. But yeah, anyway. So I watched the event at work, and all of that was unnecessary. I don't know why I said anything. Good show. I didn't fucking really know much of what was going on with it other than other than Roman and Sammy, I guess. I knew there were going to be, you know, 2 chamber matches or whatever, but didn't know who was in them, anything like that. I didn't know that Lesnar and Lashley were fucking having a match already. I know I watched the Rumble and I saw like that like Lashley threw him out and shit, but I don't know. I guess I didn't think they would be doing that match so soon. I figured they would try to do it, you know, run it back for Mania final time, but guess not. No big deal. Still fucking super happy because that was amazing. Like, it was so good, and it's something that they want so much that we, even with the bullshit ending, you know, Lesnar being DQ'd, they were able to fucking get the fans back on their side before, you know, they were done for the night, which is harder than maybe it seems. Like, I remember first example that popped into my head when I saw that happen was I feel like when the second or third time the Big Show and Kane feuded, they one of their matches just went to some horseshit count out or DQ finish, and the fucking boos were so loud. I said that's louder boos than I've seen for anyone getting on purpose. So like, and the boos started fucking at the end of that, but I don't know, man. They fucking turn it. They all the post match violence and shit. You know, it's smart. They both have that. Lashley and Lesnar both have that, like, physical charisma. Like, it doesn't really matter. So I think it's smart. You give it fucking one last shot. Beautiful. I swear to God, Lauren, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. So for the moment, I will stop. But I feel like you only ever pop up in here and start speaking when I'm talking wrestling. And I know you don't like it. Which is fine. Normally, I would just, you know, continue as I was. But got a little thing to show off. A little talking with some folks. And this came up. Apparently, this After Dark Horror Fest 3... it's all 8 movies, including Perkins 14 with noted Proud Boy Michael Graves. words and things, some stuff, what have you. But it was like $7 on Amazon. Fuck, I couldn't pass that up. Had to grab that. Didn't have years ago. I had Perkins 14 on DVD. I it must have gotten ruined with all the other shit, but. What's up, Dime Breed? Mikey's in the house. Lawrence, it's your show. You do you. I'm falling asleep anyway. Really just wanted to say hello. Oh, God damn it, Lauren. Hello. Listen, if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, good a time as any. Let's segue, baby. Tomorrow night, I don't have a card to throw up here because, hey, I'm not good at my job, but first time watch for the old Saucy on Patreon. We're watching Freaks from 1932. I will have a link. I'm literally saying it. I don't know what I'm winking about. To the movie, but I believe it is also on HBO Max. If you guys have that, head on over to patreon.com/offthegrill-podcast to grab that. And I'm about to be fucking throwing up a bunch of different polls and stuff for different things to do on the channel, exclusives to, all of my patrons. So head on over there for that. Whatever. Back to whatever else we were doing. Ben Grimm says Dying Breed is one of the movies in that After Dark pack. That is factually accurate. I was laughing about that. And I think as much as fucking it was just to grab Perkins 14, they're like, okay, well, let's see. I don't think that Mikey got it from that, but maybe he did. If he's still listening, he could chime in. Lauren says he loves Freaks. Browning's best. I don't know. I haven't seen it. It's the idea of watching it has haunted me. But I did a thing that I never wanted to do, so I'm going to punish myself for your amusement, hopefully. What if I just fucking have a panic attack on air and die? Even if I didn't die, I would never do another stream. I'd be fucking over. One of us. Chances the next community meetup, we will kidnap Lauren and take him to a deathmatch tournament. I don't want to do that. I'm as much against that as he would be, I think. Let's see, where are we? God damn it, I don't know. I lost the fucking chat. What are we going to do? Dan says Freaks is an amazing film. Well, Dan, again, if you're free tomorrow, 9 p.m. in the East. What did I set this up for? I'm a fool. Just an utter fool. Oh, Freaks is tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. Only on the fucking Patreon. We're not going to get into that anymore. It's fucking $1, guys. Grab it. But Dan says he should be tomorrow. Beautiful. It's going to be quick in and out of the movie because I got to work the next morning, so I can't be up too late like I am going to be tonight. Oh, jeepers. Lauren says, you could try to kidnap me. It might end badly for all involved. Yeah, so for the folks that don't know, Lauren is like a human, real-life human version of Voltorb, the Pokemon. If he fears for his life, he will just self-destruct. It's really gross. It's violent. Even though he's just human, he's meat, and blood, bones. It does let off an actual explosive charge, so it will do damage to folks in the area. Just be advised. Even if he doesn't feel threatened, there's quite a good chance he will do it anyway, just for kicks. Ah, jeez. Anyway, let's get back to the old wrestling. Let's see what we got going on here. So, Ben, if you could clarify, because I'm broken up in the brain area, says I saw they checked his Twitter to see if they could find anything to cancel him over, but he cleared. Big T says Brock versus Lashley 4 at Mania. Would this be their way to reintroduce the Hell in a Cell as a standalone match once again? Fuck, man, I would love that, but I don't. It's hard to see me a fucking way that these branded pay-per-views stop, unfortunately. I don't know. They're just a part of the fucking brand now. I don't like it's not nearly as big of a bitch as it used to be for me. Like, you know, like that's the thing they've beaten me into submission on. I fucking who cares? It's not worth the argument, but I think it's much cooler and it means so much more to me when, all right, this fucking feud has gotten out of control. We can't settle in the ring. Shit, whatever happens, this guy's got all his lackeys that always jump in, and this one's a loose cannon. You can't trust him. So we got to put you in the most dangerous, violent thing we have, solely to keep you guys, together and finish this once and for all. It lends more weight to the match, I feel like. If it's just like, hey, you know what? I kind of want the championship, that's what I'm here for. And I'll just come after you in the most dangerous match that we have because it's the next scheduled event where the championship would be at stake. What do you say? It's much. I know I'm kind of dragging it out and making it more melodramatic than it is, but reading the chat. But it's on a smaller scale. It is kind of that much of a difference. It says I won't go out through explosives. I plan on taking a bath with a toaster. That's sweet. I hope the algorithm doesn't fuck with you for that one. Just automated. That's a no. Oh, Ben says talking about the white dude who won the dunk contest. They were looking to cancel, but he passed the check. That's so fucking stupid. I can't stand that shit, man. Oh, shit. Big T says they've officially announced that Hell in a Cell is no longer a pay-per-view. Wow. Dan says he missed the dunk story. I didn't read into it. I saw that the name Big T threw it up there, Matt McClung, which I just thought was a fun name. I don't care. I can't care about the NBA anymore. And I hate it. But Dan says almost actually challenged Brock for WrestleMania tonight, but I can't imagine that ends up being the actual match. Bray also called out the winner at the Chamber, so I have no idea where they're going. I hope the Bray shit I hope he just tears a pec, not working out. I should talk. But that Bray Wyatt shit's fucking lame. I could not give less of a fuck anymore, man. Lesnar had almost, I don't know. Fuck. I want to see it a little bit, man, but I also kind of just want Lesnar, versus Lashley. And now Big T put it in my head. I'd fucking love to see that in the cell. Let that just be fucking violent. Not bloody. It doesn't need to be bloody. The competition is doing that every show they ever do. They're giving you a year's worth of blood. So good night, Lauren. You're a sweetheart. I mean it about freaks. I'll just send you the link. You show up if you want. Billy said, I just thought it was funny this short white farm league kid who just signed with Philly won the dunk. Jesus Christ, is that what they have to do for the dunk contest now? They just got to find the fucking weirdos on the farm teams. Hey, we got a freak on the team. He's got one leg, but he's got a 72-inch vertical. Just 6 feet straight in the air. It's a standing hop. Yes, it is. I questioned whether 72 inches was 6 feet for a moment. Not that you would have known that had I not said anything. Good. Dan says, I'm glad Hell in a Cell is gone as a pay-per-view. Just pull the match out when it makes sense. Exactly. That makes the most sense. Nothing else really does, for being frank. What are we doing here? Dan says, Brock versus Gunther would be amazing if Brock is down to work a longer match. Does it really have to be a longer match? I mean, I feel like you can do that match in 10, 15 minutes tops. Billy says he actually did good, clinched it with a 720. God damn it. What is that? 82 revolutions. Shave my penis. Hey, hey, hey. Sorry. I didn't mean to say any of those things that I said. Shit the bed. Maybe I should do this. Live now go. Ha! You can see me tweeting in real time. And now you can see me texting in real time. What a professional! Big T's got a question. I have more questions I got to get to that I have starred. Watch anything good lately, Steak? Let's see. What have I watched lately? I talked about the Dentist series last week. That I liked. The first Dentist movie is phenomenal. The fact that, like, I've never really heard anyone talk about it until these Vestron releases came out. Like, I'm sure it's come up or someone's, like, literally physically said it. The Dentist movie. But it doesn't get discussed about it. I had no idea. I was expecting something like, in as much as I like the movie, something like Dr. Giggles, on par with that, or like the ice cream, and just like the 90s shit from the time, that like beat. So I think that was the Dentist was 96 also, so it's like that beat right before Scream, when it was just kind of. It's almost like the fucking WWF in the same era. It's like Killer Garbage Man, Killer Dentist and his teeth are bad, a rock and roll guy. I don't know, fucking truck driver, evil truck driver. But yeah, I was not fucking prepared for just a legitimately great performance by Burns and just. Yuzna was, like in his fucking, right in his wheelhouse. You'd hit the ground running, so to speak. Or by that point, like fucking motor was hot. I don't know. I don't have the term I want, so go fuck yourselves. Jess Graham in the house, Off the Grill podcast. I love steak sauce. Dan says to throw it out there and see if it'll stick. Era, that's about right. Oh yeah. Evil 4th of July mascot. Another dumb movie that I love a bunch. Shout out! But, so I watched Jack's Back, didn't like it, on the Dentist movie. So I guess the only movie I've seen since then, oh man, was Valentine. I watched Valentine last Tuesday. Aren't I fucking cliche? And I thought it fucking sucked. There's a lot of people I remember around the time that fucking Scream Factory release came out. It's part of the reason I didn't only just now buy it. I actually bought into the hype, but only just now got around to buying the fucking thing. Like, I know I didn't pre-order it, but I got it maybe a month after it was released. Motherfucker, man. What a movie that didn't need to fucking happen. Denise Richards stinks. Angel stinks. Go fuck yourself, Bones. I don't know. I was a lot madder, a lot more angry last Tuesday when I finished that fucking thing. But it's just like, it's so derivative. Like, it's derivative of the fucking Scream derivative movies. I don't know, man. It's way worse than Urban Legend, and I fucking hate that pile of shit too. God damn. So I want to take a second and just process how fucking stupid that movie is. Like, stupid. Like, it didn't need to exist. Stupid. Fuck off. Get out of here. Actually, I just got done watching. It's the only other thing I can think of that's new. It's not podcasts and shit. Just whatever. This last week, it was harder for me to get movies in. I really don't even know why. I watched the newest Law and Order episodes. SVU Organized Crime. Organized Crime is phenomenal. If you guys don't watch it, I recommend catching up on it. I don't think the first 2 seasons are streaming anywhere, so you may have to purchase them if you want to watch them. So I get it if you don't, but the current season is all on Peacock, so I feel like you could probably just pick up on season 3 and not miss a whole lot. It's Law and Order. You know, they do a little bit more multi-part shows, but even still, if you're picking up from the beginning of the season, you'll catch on. But you know, more importantly, I watched the fucking chat. I watched the newest episode of Law and Order, which is very Ice-T centric. And they actually have a scene where they talk about his former partner in SVU, John Munch, who, whether people really realize it or not or know it, he's like the longest running primetime drama character or like crime character. There's some fucking like psychotically, there's like a 25 or 6 year span, I think, something like that. Because this character started in Homicide: Life on the Streets, and he crossed over on Law and Order, the original Law and Order series, a couple times. You know, before being like, you know, a full blown resurrected for Law and Order Special Victims Unit. And he was fucking great on that show, man. Like, he added levity when it needed it. You know, which especially in the early seasons, I think it helped kind of make this type of show okay. Like all the rape and fucking pedophilia and shit like that in it. I think if they started the series out as just full go, you know, high stakes drama, whatever the fuck, you know, there's rarely a moment of like, it's funny there, you know, like the first season for sure of SVU plays just like a almost like a sitcom, you know, like it's definitely like a dramedy police procedural at first. Yeah. Christopher Maloney, as much as Belzer is responsible for that, and Dean Winters. I think those two from Oz. And in and around that time, Maloney was doing Wet Hot American Summer as well. Early years of that show, anyway. He hadn't done it when the show started, but obviously comedic chops as well. Enough with the man crush shit, though. Belzer, fucking great, and I do think that I felt he's the last character I'd say that I felt when he left in a big way. Like Kragen kind of just disappeared one day, and it was kind of anticlimactic with him. And Belzer left like the beginning of an episode, and you saw him one last time. He watched Olivia's stupid kid, but you missed him on the show. See, I was at a fucking wisecrack. You know what I mean? I think it'd be kind of crazy not to bring up the fact that he also sued Hulk Hogan. Back in the 80s, they were on the same show, and fuck, I haven't seen the video in a long time. So I feel like Belzer was like, you know, getting on him and kind of pestering him to, you know, put me in a headlock, it probably doesn't hurt, you know, whatever, that kind of shit. Not like confrontational, just kind of fucking around with him. And Hogan is just like, no, absolutely not, you know. And he kind of kayfabe, like, from me, I don't want to kill you, man, to also, yeah, I, you know, don't want to kill you. Eventually he fucking just lets go. It's all right, fine. Puts him in it. Apparently unknown to Hogan, he fucking Belzer had passed out. So when Hogan let go, he just like fell to the ground and he hit his head on a table or some shit and sued him for $5 million. Which makes me think that Kanye's got a... Yeah, no, I forgot. Nothing, folks. We're good. Nothing. Nobody said anything about that guy. Everything's fine here. We're not doing anything you need to worry yourselves about. I promise. Shit the bed. Jess says, gotta go hang with the lady. Mrs. Channel says, hi, Saucy. Hi, Mrs. Channel. I'll rewatch what I missed later. Don't forget to hit that like button. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button. I need that. It's the only thing that makes me feel good the rest of the week. I mean, I get it if you want to make me feel bad, but I was hoping you wouldn't. Big T says, R.I.P. Richard Belzer. Rest in peace for sure. He's fantastic. Fucking great actor. One of the best characters in the history of television. Billy says, I remember Belzer as a comic when I was a kid. And Big T says, can you imagine getting choked out by Hulk Hogan on live television and suing him for enough amount of money to be able to buy a home in France? Wild. Dan says, Law & Order is an intimidating one to catch up on with all those seasons. So that, I agree it can be. It's also not really necessary with SVU until like the last, at this point, like the last 10 or 11 seasons. But the regular Law, like the OG Law & Order, that's unless you catch, usually they're labeled like part 1 and part 2, or it seems it's pretty apparent that it's a 2-parter or whatever. They're fucking self-contained shows, so don't worry about any of that shit. Start at the beginning of a season and you're fine. Organized crime is young enough that you could do that. Like I said, just start the beginning of season 3. Worst case. SVU is I don't know. I still like it, but I'm invested. Certainly not what it used to be. Dan asked if I watch Criminal Minds. I don't. I don't. That's got Joe Mantegna in it, right? Yes, hit the thumbs up button with your penis, folks. Even if you're a lady, find a penis, make it yours. Hit the like button. Oh, Billy, you do make me feel good, but don't call me daddy. That's dangerous. Dan says yes, eventually. Big T says how many Law and Order shows are out there. So there's 3 that are running new episodes. Yes, Jamie, that's very important. Just the tip, no hands. You know, let's fucking have some decorum here and do things the right way. There you go. Mommy. Call me mommy. So there's 3 Law and Order shows currently airing new episodes. There's Law and Order Trial by Jury that I don't even think got a full season. There's like, different countries have their own. I think there's a Canadian one. I know there's a UK one. There was one, they got 1 season. I liked it a lot. It had fucking Skeet Ulrich in it. He was one of the lead detectives. Law and Order Los Angeles. There was an episode early on, it was just one of those big, hey, look, dude, it's not New York, it's LA. The detectives are questioning this lady, and she's just fucking sitting there, and you could tell she's got cancer. I don't remember if it was like, telegraphed to us that she was. But when you see her, it's evident that, this is a woman going through chemotherapy, most likely, trying to roll a joint with her hands that aren't really cooperating. So this fucking detective just like comes up to her, grabs the joint out of her hands, and just you watch him mostly roll the joint and then hand it to her. Like, I think he might even fucking lick it and seal it, but I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Billy says, God damn it, I called you mommy, and that blue velvet flash of Dennis Hopper screaming, make baby come. I don't know what the fuck it means, but it's provocative, and I'm here for it. And for some reason, I went into Bam voice, which means nothing. What else do I have on the old... They should make a Letterboxd for TV shows. Do they have that? Is Letterboxd for TV shows? I don't know. At this point, I literally only use it so I can remember shit that I've watched, so that when I'm asked, I can recite. But I know Jess did ask, actually, now that I'm thinking about that. I've seen the menu. I loved it. Best thing that happened in 2022. I watched Megan and thought the Child's Play remake was better. I'm going to have to watch the menu again. I might make the old lady watch it. I got to get to the invitation still. There's a couple things I got to watch. So got that out of the way. Oh, since we're getting close to an hour, might as well announce it here. It's better than any. Guys, I know I announced it last week. I put out the video. A little confused, we're not getting the fucking, I don't know, getting the full range of fucking things here, but I don't know. Let me read. Let's see if I can find a good one. So, all right, this is a quick one. We'll read a little bit of this On Perks book here. So this is Michael Rainey, July 2nd, 2014. I was a raging dickhead the past 2 weeks because I was stressed. But now that we're on the plane, I feel as normal as I get. Jazzed for Disney. So under that one, he just wrote, Jazz for Disney equals profoundly high on perks. On the bus back to the hotel last night, I ripped a confident series of farts, roughly 8 in total, in a 10-second span. The blasts were strong enough to prompt a woman to say, "Are you kidding me?" Because imagine paying thousands of dollars for a vacation only to have some pilled out moron ripping ass next to you as the voice of Mickey Mouse implores you to hold onto the handrail to prevent you from rocketing through the bus windshield. There's more. And hey, it's better if you just read it for yourself instead of listening to me fucking butcher every word. Also signed on the cover by Mike, as I pointed out. Head on over to last week's episode or catch the little announcement video. I don't know, maybe is 5 fucking comedy movies too much? Whatever. Name your favorite one. Throw it in the comments on either of those 2 videos, 86, episode 86, or the standalone announcement. Drawings next week. Rain or shine. Hey, everyone on the Patreon gets a vote. You want them to get the book because they happen to pay me $1? Seems kind of foolish to me, but I don't know. It's up to you guys. We'll do more shit. There's something up your fucking, more up your alley, then that's great. I don't know. Fuck it. I'll just have 2 books. I'll give it away. No matter who it is, they're getting a book. Fucking prick. I feel like I'm just the whiniest cunt. And I'm curious, when's the last time that I've done a show where I've actually talked about the shit that I fucking thought about talking about when I set the show up. Billy says, "Oh, you have to watch Blue Velvet for Dennis Hopper alone. He made me squirm a bit, and I'm a dirty man whore." Okay. Blue Velvet on the list. You got that, Billy. I can do that. Dan says you don't have to watch The Invitation if you're talking the vampire movie. Man, you've said that before. That bums me out. Like, is it awful or is it just like meh? Because like it looked good enough to watch. In the theater. But again, that's just the magic of the theater. So Dan says it's not awful, but you have better options. Okay, that's fair. I I'm running out of steam, guys. I don't think I'm going to do this show anymore. I've just been coming to that realization that maybe my time.
The faggot of the opera.
You fucking idiots bought it. You thought I was serious. Shut up. Oh. So, I don't really think this has anything to do with old Al, but Tony Khan and Ariel Helwani got into it over the weekend. Gotcha. Dan says Cody Leach is being triggered as we speak. Jamie says, y'all should be watching Fire Walk with me this week. February 24th is Laura Palmer Day. Well, Jamie, respectfully, I will decline. The David Lynch fans that I know present company excluded. I know it's Jamie for sure. I think, a couple of you other ones. Most David Lynch fans are fucking weirdos and they creep me out. And it really is just, I'll never watch Twin Peaks. Like, that is something it exists. Twin Peaks more specifically, more so than Lynch as a whole. Billy says, was that a human shaped XXL butt plug? Let's take a look.
The faggot of the opera.
I think it was, Billy. I think it was. Anyway. So yeah, Ariel Helwani, Tony Khan got into some shit after Ariel Helwani did like a promo hype package for Sami Zayn in Montreal ahead of Elimination Chamber, and he showed up on SmackDown or some shit. And then Tony Khan called him out. There's so much for your journalistic integrity. As if this fucking jerk off isn't paying Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer to fucking suck his gay little show off. It's fucking lame. AEW sucks. It's awful. I've tried to fucking just be diplomatic, but it's so bad. There is so much actual talent on that fucking show, under contract to that stupid fucking company. And it's just it's the worst fucking neckbeard juggalo fever dream of a wrestling show, week in and week out. Every match doesn't need blood. Every other match doesn't need blood. It's crazy. But I don't know. You're going to tell me they got nothing to fucking do with Rusev? It's crazy. Christ. Dance as a snowman. So yeah, so basically fucking let's shit, man. We gotta look it up because I gotta get it. So Tony took that swipe. And then maybe another swipe back. Let me see if I can find a fucking decent site. Yeah, so let me try to find a fucking tweet. Maybe this will do it. Yeah. So basically, Tony Khan goes, all right, maybe now I found a fucking thing. You're a fraud, Ariel Helwani. You're as legitimate of a reporter as Tony Schiavone, which is really just fucking shitting on Tony Schiavone for doing nothing. I mean, he deserves it a little bit, but I mean, I also get being loyal to this fucking, this fucking silver spoon jerk off. Because let's face it, Tony Schiavone himself will tell you, he was fucking working at Starbucks not a whole fucking while long ago. A whole while long, I'm dumb. Ariel says, thanks for watching, old friend. Can't wait for our next chat. And then in parentheses, he goes, also, don't listen to the snowman, Schiavone. You're a legend in my books. And Tony hits with, good luck with your unbiased journalism. Get the fuck out of here. But then Helwani fucking says he's not a wrestling journalist, and he's not. He deals in fucking MMA, so any reporting he does is MMA based. He did that fucking interview with Tony where Tony just sat there for an hour and went, I can't answer that. I won't answer that. Don't want to answer that. Can't answer that. Not allowed. Sorry. Nope. Oh, you can ask, but I can't answer. Fuck. So yeah, this is interesting too. I think I just read this morning. Tweet spread backstage, and it even got in front of the WWE commentator Michael Cole, who referenced the beef between the two during the Elimination Chamber broadcast. Cole referred to Helwani as an unbiased, world-renowned sports journalist while he was shown in the crowd with the UFC legend George St. Pierre. Michael Cole, freaking legend that he is, sees me before the show and goes, "Just wait until you see how I introduce you." I think he's going to say combat sports reporter, this and that, whatever. Thanks, man. Do the hit. I'm trying to put over a GSP. This all feels like an out-of-body experience. And then go to the back, and my phone explodes because of what Michael Cole said. That's from Helwani. He said his experience in Montreal made him feel like a part of the team, making it clear to anyone who feels disappointed that if they didn't like what happened, he doesn't give a fuck. Where is it, man? Where did we get? Fuck, I lost it, but they, then fuck Paul Rosenberg, who I despise also, like, went ahead and, what the fuck happened? That was terrifying. So he went ahead and put him over on the fucking pre-show and just, like, jabbed at him, and it was hilarious. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm not the fucking man to do shit like that, and I gotta stop trying. He said, and then he said, and then he said. But that's what that was. That was interesting. I don't know. I'm running out of steam, so we're gonna end this show. We're gonna head over to the Patreon so I can finish up. Oh, shit. Before we go, I meant to do this as I was talking about him initially, but my brain don't work. I got these gay little kamikaze shot things. They're not very good, but I forgot about them because I set them down here once. Richard Belzer, John Munch. Little elixir. Here's to a good one. Rest in peace, buddy. Like I knew him. He was my best friend. He was my husband. Ben Grimm says, watch XPW. It's where the good stuff is. Well, that's where the Dan stuff is. And for that reason, Billy says, I tried to watch AEW and couldn't, then tried the new one, MLW, and it was like being at the little tent at a hillbilly county fair. Yeah, I think MLW's got like one or two cool guys, if I remember. But I feel like this was back when like MJF was there still. Featherstone? Hammerstone? Yeah, Hammerstone. It's got to be Featherstone. The fuck? Hammerstone. Had a first name, I think. Looked like a fucking god. I don't know where he is. Maybe he's fucking wrestling somewhere else. I've been just so checked out. But XPW is not for me. If you like the deathmatch stuff, if you like, classic XP or classic ECW, and you like porn, I guess, right? Like XPW is the promotion for Dan Shine. It's fucking violent wrestling, and it's just fucking horrors of whatever description. Ugly, hot, big tits, small tits, fat asses, flat asses, anything in between. If it's got a vagina, it's at the show. So if that sounds good to you, watch XPW, baby. If it doesn't, go fuck yourself. But thanks, everyone, for watching. Thank you to all my hot, sweaty, sexy patrons. Christian Hanahara, Nick Ridza, Dan Shine, Lauren Dixon, Mr. Bombastic, Retro Cack, The Daily Ghost, Slaughterport, Brian Trash, Ben Grimm, and T. Sweeze. And then thank everybody in the chat. Dan Shine, again, Big T, Ben Grimm, Billy Bean, Jamie Hart, Mikey, Trying to find everyone. Hope I don't miss people. Jess Graham, of course. Boy, this isn't good. Lorne making a rare appearance. Jesus. Lorne! Mr. Dixon, it's great to see you. I don't know. I think I got all y'all. If I didn't, I'm sorry, and you know that. That's all for me, folks. Until next time, Iris loves you.